Good morning. Survived the night just fine. Nobody else came by after I saw the last people leave the area, so that was all good. Successful stealth. Today is Devil's Lake State Park. I've got some cool geographical features, a lot of rock scrambling, ups and downs. It's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll start off with like a big climb, probably the biggest climb of the trail so far, maybe the entire trail. We're going up like 700 feet in elevation, I think, right off the start. So we'll get to the top of this hill and see what's up there. These guys are all snapped in half. Now, this hasn't been bad at all. Just a light, easy grade, continuous climb. I think we made it to the top. That was fun and easy. All the good stuff comes later, though. Nice little open hilltop with a bench. Looking at the weather, today is beautiful and clear, but it's supposed to get cloudy and gloomy later. Rain is going to start around sunset, maybe a little earlier, and it's supposed to rain for like the next 48 hours. So we got that coming up in our future. But today, going through the awesomest section on trail should be nice. It's starting to turn into the Appalachian Trail out here. Lots of roots and rocks jutting up at your feet. We're getting into the descent into Devil's Lake. Another mile and a half or so, I think. This campground is huge. The site numbers go into the 500s. This spot marks the end of the bifurcation. If you took the western route, you'd be coming in from that way. So now both east and west halves are rejoined into the same trail again. Well, here's our special guests I was planning on meeting. So this is Donna and her husband, Norm. And we got a little puppy with us too. So these guys have been awesome. They caught me right off trail. I got a sandwich and a banana already. We're gonna have lunch together later on the south end of the lake once we loop around there. So they're walking with me for a little bit. We're gonna go check out the shoreline. There's like, what's this up here, a visitor center or something?
Yeah.
All kinds of things.
And there's a store here actually too.
Cool.
I don't know if it's open yet.
Lots of boats you can take out, it looks like. Definitely a big, popular touristy area. There's the North Shore, Devil's Lake. There's some of the fun mountain climbing, rock scrambling we're going to be doing. All loose, jagged boulders. Oh, we're starting to climb. Donna and Norm are going to meet me on the other side of the lake when I get there a little bit. We'll have a little lunch together, which would be kind of cool. Very hospitable people. Thanks again. But this next stretch is all going to be awesome. Should have some good overlooks of the lake when we get up there. A couple of cool features we got to check out. Some good rock cliffs up here. They've put pavement down on the trail up here, which does make it easier to walk. However, I feel it kind of ruins the aesthetic of the trail. There's a neat little outcropping. This area is kind of cool. I like this one. I don't think I'm going to walk out to that point though. Rocks are looking like are on the verge of collapsing down, even though they've stood here for thousands of years probably. I'm not going to be the one guy to test it. Oh, here's another good one. I think we're about done with the ridgeline walking. There's our destination, this is the South Shore. Starting our way down right now, it looks like. Well, it looks like that's it for the rocky up and down. Easier than I thought. I think I was expecting it to be a little more difficult, but that was fun. Now we gotta follow the road around for a bit to get to the shore. Well, here we go. I caught up with these guys again, and they've got a whole spread of food for me. So just finished cooking up some brats, and there's a nice little plate that's gonna go down. Awesome. So thanks again, guys. This is a real treat for me. Well, I've had an absolute lovely time. Great little lunch stop, but it's time to get moving again. Still got a bunch of miles to do today. And we're taking the ferry at some point too when we get there. We'll see that in our future today. But I gotta get moving. We've got another big hill climb in front of us. And enjoy this little view on the beach here while we're passing it still. Well, here we go for the next big mountain climb. Yeah, this stuff is fun. You see some people up there as it winds its way through. Oh, I can see the balanced rock. We'll see that landmark here in a second at the top there. Yeah, this is super fun. Takes me back to the AT days.
Balance, it just ended up there.
There's the balanced rock. Last little bit of stairs. Almost to the top. Nice overlook down to the South Shore. There's the formation called the Devil's Doorway. Well, I think that's about it for the really cool features up here. Now we're just following the ridge until it drops back down. Now we're done with the hilly cliffs. We're back into some flatlands. Coming up on a road crossing in a parking area. I think I'm definitely due for another sit down. There's no shade though. Oh, it's a little warm. This should be the end of the Devil's Lake segment though. And on the other side of the road is the start of the Merrimack stretch coming up next. Done with the break. Starting the Merrimack segment. The Merrimack Ferry is 5 miles. That's going to be a lot of fun. Get to take a big old ferry across. Lots of these open wild grasslands I've been walking through. Come out to a little parking area. This is the end of the Merrimack segment. Jumping on a road to hike into the little town of Merrimack where we can catch the ferry to get across the river. I think it's the Wisconsin River again, but I'll have to double check that. But we're close to town. It's only like a mile, mile and a half, something like that at the most. Now here's the town of Merrimack. So what's cool is they offer a free ferry that just goes back and forth across the Wisconsin River 24/7, morning, noon, and night, between something like April and November. So I can just jump on it whenever I'm ready to go. And there is a bar and grill just a little bit further up the road here that I think I might as well just jump in and get an early dinner. I think it's before 4 o'clock still even. I can get a burger and a beer or something and check this out, hang out for a little bit, then jump on the ferry when I'm ready. I'm only going to a DCA that's kind of just across the river, so only like 2 miles is all I gotta do left for today. So I'm not in any real rush. Well, that was a really, really good meal. I've had almost no food out of my food bag today because I've had good meals all day. It looks like the ferry's just now pulling up, but I'm gonna wait for a couple of out and backs because there's a little ice cream shop here. And to the people who have commented on my Facebook page, make sure to get ice cream at the ferry crossing. Thank you for the tip, because I'm gonna get ferry ice cream now. Well, I've enjoyed my ice cream. I think it's time for me to catch the ferry. Looks like the whole thing's attached in these cables, so it can't really drift left and right too much, just the back and forth, which is nice. Our turn for a ride. She's a smooth ride. Well, that was a lot of fun. We're officially in the Gibralter Rock segment, and only about a mile to camp. There's a DCA up in here. I'm disappearing back in the woods. And here we are, the Gibralter Rock DCA. The whole site's kind of at a sloped angle going downhill that way. So there's not really any good place to put a tent. This might be about the flattest I could get it. But what's cool is there's a little bit of a water cache here, half a gallon or so left. But that might be the first water cache I've seen on trail. So I think that's gonna do it. Today has been a really great hiking day. It's been a lot of fun. We got to see some really cool sights through the Devil's Lake area. We got to ride a ferry, got to meet some cool people, got treated with some awesome trail magic. So thanks again for Donna and Norm. We might be able to hook up with those guys for tomorrow. I think it'll be pretty cool if we do. And I think that's about it. We got weather coming in tonight, and it's supposed to rain for like the next 48 hours. So that'll be a lot of fun. I don't know if there's like thunderstorms in the whole 9 yards or just rain. One way or the other, we know it's coming, and we'll be prepared, and we'll just plan on hiking through it so far. We'll see how bad it actually gets. But thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the morning. Good morning. The rain has started. It's kind of a light drizzle is all it is, but continuous for the next today and tomorrow. So I'll film as much as I can. The camera's not waterproof, so I can't have it out too much if the rain gets too bad. But we're moving right along through the Gibraltar Rock section, then we get some road walking, and then we think we get another one. Then we get into the town of Lodi. I will try to meet up with Donna and Norm again, maybe for some lunch, and they'll help me out with a little bit of resupply. So we'll see you down trail, trying to stay dry as much as possible. Came out to a road for a minute. Very foggy. Getting back in the woods. We're still in the Gibraltar Rock segment for a little bit. Found a little rock overlook. Oh, we're back out of the woods. That's the end of Gibraltar Rock. We got a couple miles road walking until we get to the next segment. I like how the rain is kind of intermittent. It's just mostly light. Currently not raining, but it's not like it's going to be completely not raining anytime soon. It's still in the forecast for today and tomorrow. I was just thinking about how I don't really mind the road walks out here. Compared to the CDT, the road walk seemed like a lot more of a chore. Maybe it's because like they had a narrow shoulder. It was a lot more dangerous on some of the road walks. Maybe I'm just more used to it now. Maybe, I don't know. I made it to the next segment. Fern Glen. I think this segment's pretty short, like around a mile or so, and then we're back on some road walking to get right into the town of Lodi. Well, we just popped out of the woods to a little tree farm. I think we're about 2.5 miles or so to the town of Lodi is all we got left. Where we'll meet up with Donna and Norm and get some good food again. Starting to get into the outskirts of Lodi. Well, here we go. These guys caught me again. So thanks for grabbing me, bringing me out to a little breakfast restaurant. What's the name of this place that we're at?
Lucy's.
Lucy's, okay. So we'll start off with some good breakfast here.
It's our most frequently visited restaurant on the SH Trap.
Oh, awesome. That sounds good. We're done with an awesome breakfast. Hitting up the Piggly Wiggly for my resupply. I only need something for a breakfast, otherwise I'm all set and good to go.
Hike.
Have a great hike.
Yeah, you guys have been awesome. So thanks again, Donna and Norm.
Yeah.
Might see you guys later in the future, but for now, we'll say our goodbyes. I gotta hike the rest of the way through the town. And yeah, just thanks again. You guys have been great helping me out and getting me resupplied and good to go.
You're very welcome.
Take care.
Yep.
You too.
Have a good one.
So this segment's another one of those where it kind of does a little funky out and back. So instead of doing the out and the back, I just got dropped off at one end of it so we can hike the one way, gets us back to where I got picked up, and then we continue through the town. So we're good to go, not missing anything, not doing any extra unnecessary miles. There's Main Street. The rain's starting to pick up again. Oh, we made it to the Lodi Marsh segment. I wish I could have got more shots around town, but it started getting moderate. It's still kind of light rain, but it's moderate light rain. It's too much rain is going to break my camera. I've been getting a lot of rain this afternoon since leaving town. Still in the Lodi Marsh segment though, I think. I think we're at the end of the Lodi Marsh segment. Road walking from here almost all the way to camp, next to 8 miles or so, I think. And then we've got just a little bit in the woods to a DCA. Currently not raining. It's very nice. There's an interesting directional locational signs for various places. Lodi, California is 2,000 miles. Boston's over 1,000 miles. Maui's over 4,000 miles away. That was kind of funny. I just noticed this off the side of the road. Hiker's Rest area. I haven't seen something like this on trail yet. The Trail Magic Garden. Rest your feet. Well, that's kind of cool. I may hang out here for a little bit and have a snack. I'm kind of at that window. I had a big breakfast. Maybe due for a late lunch or something and just kind of hang around here a little bit. Well, that was an awesome little stop. All done with a snack break at the Trail Magic Garden. Thanks for whoever's setting that up. Starting to sprinkle rain again as we're getting back to it. We've got another break in the weather. We've had continuous light rain for the last hour or so. I think we got about 3 more miles to where I'm aiming to camp at a DCA. Made it to the Springfield Hill segment. This part does a big loop around and then comes back to the same parking lot. But the DCA that we're aiming for is up in here, so we'll see you at camp shortly. Well, here we are, all set up for the night. The tent pad's a little rocky. We're really close to a highway, so there's a lot of highway noise going on, but I think we'll be able to manage. It's still lightly sprinkling rain. But this is a nice enough little spot, little bench, little registry up there. So I think that's gonna do it for now. We did a good push for miles. I think we did almost a marathon today, like 25 and a half or something like that. It's hard to gauge when there's kind of these funky out and backs. They're not really, distance isn't accounted for in far out. So there's all these extra bonus miles that are just kind of not accounted for. Anyway, we're getting into Cross Plains for tomorrow. We'll check out the headquarters offices and see if we can see some of those folks before they close up for the day. We're kind of in a race to get to town. I got to pick up some new shoes from the post office and such like that. So that's coming up in the next one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.